booted away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Florida Atlantic Owls offense will have the opening possession of the game. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but
looking deep. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Just a short pass to the tight end. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Lofts one high and deep. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He'll field the punt and look for room. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. So Liberty's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing, tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Jackrabbit. They're going to test the right side with this one. Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it.
Hits the afterburners. And he'll take it to the house. He got Bruce. Touchdown play.
I love how this offensive coordinator uses all of his playmakers and all of the speed. This is a guy that we've seen hurt defenses before catching the football, but you can get him involved in the running game as well with the option play. Get him on the perimeter. He's the pitch man. Nobody accounting for him. It's an easy walk-in score for the offense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. They get enough push, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and that can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action.
The Owls Atlantic gets to the line quickly. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. Fires one high and deep. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Trying to take it back.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His third interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Fights off the defender. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Really good job by the defense seeing it. Going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand. Safety's got to see that, start lying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Love the job by the defense here with their eye discipline. That's an RPO. It can be tricky to locate the football, but they found the running back quickly. Those linebackers and DBs really came screaming down to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
The sure hand, it's Shields. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. And on fourth down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And is such just inside that right upright. And that lead grows even bigger.
Well, they're able to get a field goal, put 3 points up on the board after getting that interception. You would have liked to have seen the offense do a little bit more with that possession and give themselves an opportunity to score a touchdown. But listen, teams will take 3 points any way they can get it.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. They've spotted them a 10-0 start. Now to see if they can answer on this drive. The give to the tailback. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Owls with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. He'll do it himself. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the first down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Florida Atlantic trying to line up quickly.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Spins away from the defender. And he was able to run through 1 tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. Everything's bouncing and jiggling and rolling, and it's going forward, and he's loose. Touchdown, Liberty. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business and said, offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Now the play fake. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
Well, the receiver was double covered on that play, and I don't know if the decision by the QB had to do with the pressure. Because he was hurried, he just had to get rid of that faster than he wanted to. He's lucky he didn't come away with an interception there.
That's caught. It's Morrison. Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43. Florida Atlantic goes to work with a fresh set of downs.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
Here's the pressure. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
We talked to the offensive staff coming into this one. They knew going up against the top 25 defense with respect to sacks per game. They had to do a good job protecting the QB, but they have not been able to get that done so far. They've already now allowed 3 sacks in this game.
To the ground with the back. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. And he'll be out of bounds on what turns out to be the final play of the first quarter. That is the final play of the quarter, and guys, Liberty has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period, first down here. Motion from the wide receiver. Caught in the backfield, it's Shields. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Backed up now, here's second and long. Pulls and fires complete. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Flames want to crank the tempo. Touch pass on the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The punt team makes its way onto the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week.
And that is a huge play in terms of field position. Nice job by the punter. And how about the Gunners getting downfield to down that ball?
The offense starts in the shadow of its own end zone. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
And that's exactly what you call complementary football. The punter doing a great job down into the opponent inside their own 5-yard line. Then the defense takes the field, and they get the safety. You've got to love that if you're the head coach.
And they'll set up for the free kick from their own 20. Running into the open space. Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Knocked down at the 47. It's a 5-yard gain and enough to move the chains. They'll snap it from the 47 on first down.
Here we go.
He might want another play. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
Here we go. Tuna.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
On third down, he drops to throw. Found a seam. There he goes. Touchdown, Flames. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. He sees his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he puts through the extra point. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. Sparty has picked itself up off the canvas before, and this group is capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Iowa. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll line up with trips to the right side on 2nd and 6. The play action fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Safe completion on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. For the Atlantic, will have to send out the punt team. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field.
On the ready. Cricket.
They'll run it from the gun. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
Ready, break.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down.
Spider.
Out of the gun, the inside give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Okay, ready?
So now it's 2nd and long.
Easy. Go.
Looking to fire. Trying to beat the D deep. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go?
Hold it. Offense.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on 2nd down.
Come on, set. Kill.
out of the gun. The inside handoff to the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. And the Flames come to the line in the hurry-up. Got his man. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He makes the fair catch just outside his own 10 at the 11-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Finds his man. It's Harris. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Gives it on the option. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Let's go.
Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Takes the easy completion. They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They're going to try to throw for it on third down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Tight end now in motion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Crosses to 40. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
Offense trying to go RPO, but how about the defense? Up front, their front 7, they had dudes winning, just being way more physical and able to get to that running back.
29 Philly.
Quarterback may change this route. Trying play action. He makes the grab, and he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short game. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here.
Got it.
Now facing a third and long.
Acorn. Green 25.
From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic on the scramble. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. The Flames will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll immediately call timeout. And here they come, going for the first down on 4th and 2.
Lasso.
He'll keep it himself. Turning it on!
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Quick strike complete. Inside the 15. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Flames in the hurry up. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Liberty. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this is what we're allowed to say. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen explosive plays. They scored again here right before halftime. I don't know, guys. I mean, can we do running clock in the second half?
Ready to try the point after. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. They'll send the tight end in motion. Handoff from the gun. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A memorable first half of football so far today in Lynchburg. And this linebacker has left his big old paw prints all over this first half. He's been clogging running lanes and forcing turnovers, and even when he's not doing something that shows up on the stat sheet, he's preventing that offense from doing so. A young man with all-American potential. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at the Bill Arthur L. Williams Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Florida Atlantic will try to kick it deep and break the seal on this second half. And he's not going to take the touchdown. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Liberty takes over and the Flames offense ready to go to work. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. He's in open space downfield. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Flames moving quickly to the line. A little bit of look out. Brings into the open. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Looking downfield on first down. Shoots it to the left. Got his man downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And this four vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small windows, good things generally happen. That is tremendous execution on that pass play.
Looking to throw on first down. throws to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass on second down. Hit as he throws. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions, giving up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz. Because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to throw it. It's complete to the right. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. They're working that left side. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Makes the grab. He did not make it a stone wall on 3rd down.
Hey, really nice job on defense, too. Understanding the situation. It's 3rd down. We're fine giving up completions right there, but we're not giving up the first down. We're keeping the football and the ball carrier in front of us, and we're...
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
And 4th down and short nowadays, man, it means green light. Keep your foot on the gas, stay aggressive. They opt to go for it, forget the field goal. Nice job by the quarterback, getting rid of the football, making sure you have enough to get the first down. Now set up in a great situation with the 1st and goal.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting the tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Touchdown, Wayne! Great job by the back on the option. And at this point, they're just rubbing their noses in it.
There's nothing positive to be able to take away from this. You got beat down, move on to the next game, start working on the next opponent. This one's over.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he added the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Michigan State looks like 5 miles of bad road today. Offensively, the wheels have come off. Defensively, one pothole after another. They're trailing by 21 to Iowa. We'll circle back to this Big Ten battle. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Lost the fire on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Morrison. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Finds his big tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
This linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. You saw a great example of it with that running back.
He lobs one high down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there.
I got a feeling they went into the half and they talked about how do we create some more explosive plays on offense. First drive, you're trailing. They did exactly that. Nice job by this offense. They're going to need more of them to get back in this football game, but I like the first drive aggressiveness by this offense.
Under fire. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And they cap off the drive with a touchdown, throwing the football. In the last play, they got the explosive. They get right back to the line of scrimmage and dial up another one. Great work by the quarterback and his target being on the same page. These last 2 plays, throwing the football, man, it doesn't get any better than that.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's got great speed. They bring him down, but not before a really good return sets up this offense in solid field position. Opening play of the drive from the 39. They think they can create space here with a run to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production, but listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you some spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Leaves it with the back. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the first down. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. That's the end of the period. Liberty is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Use the play fake, now to throw. With the catch, it's moved. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. The Owls can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give from the gun. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensive.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Florida Atlantic has the offense humming.
22, water.
Just when they're looking run, now up top. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback. I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Coming to the line of scrimmage on third down. He'll pull it on the read.
Ball up.
Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown, Liberty. And they turn it into a defensive score. You can see it on the sideline. They built a comfortable fourth-quarter lead, and they know they're going to go 11-0.
And defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And right down the middle. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They just haven't been able to get much going in this game. The defense has definitely had their number, and here they are late. You're asking yourself, why are they still running the football, trailing this much late in the game? But that's basically a microcosm of how this game has gone.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And listen, if I'm the quarterback, I'm trying to dump the ball off to my playmaker and make this a manageable third down. Get something positive. But how about the defense just reacting so fast, getting to the running back, and getting that sucker on the ground in the open field?
He lofts one down the sideline. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passion, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this defense.
Liberty takes over the Flames, sending the offense back onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Zings it complete to the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the dub.
Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Gets it past the marker. He now has 56 yards rushing so far in this one, and he's closing in on 1,200 for the season. Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down. Direct snap. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Flames will hustle to the line. They'll go with a direct snap. Got some room, entered to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wade. That's what finishing the deal looks like. Build the lead in the fourth quarter and close in on 11 straight victories.
This has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Big Ten action right now, and wait till you see how things are playing out in this one, fellas. Michigan State is getting hammered right now. They are the nail, and that figurative mallet is just pounding them into the ground. What a bad look. They're trailing by 21 to Iowa. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Hines is tight end, and the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football, and they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it, but the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
And the Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. And that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Liberty takes over, and the Flames offense ready to go to work. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
The Flames can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll ride his man on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Flames want to move quickly. The RPO, it's complete. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. And here comes the punt team. And it'll be down right there.
And it's a great punt. Obviously, he gives himself time to let his guys get down the field, get in position. Remember, don't let that thing cross the goal line. Try to keep it inside the 10. Nice job down on the football, setting your defense up for great field position.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Got his man on the right.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. It can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Punts it out of the air. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. Florida Atlantic will go to work with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on second down. Off play action. Pressure coming. Here's a throw downfield late. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to...
And that is interception number 3 on the day. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Ballmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Making side adjustments here. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Got it in the middle of Shields. They'll make the stop, but that first down onto Isaac, they should be able to kneel this one out. They are in no mood to show any mercy as they keep flexing their muscle on offense.
Up big in the fourth quarter, and you just keep taking shots down the field. That tells you.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line. Got it. Can the D deny them on second and goal?
And that's exactly what this defense needed. They needed to have something positive. Giving up some yardage, they've given up some plays, no big deal. Got right back in it on this drive with that big sack.
Even with this lead, they'll throw again. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game. They have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Wants to throw on first down. He wants a big play here late. Play till the final whistle. It falls incomplete, and that's the ball game. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.
And they just look good in every phase of the game. If I'm on the coaching staff, I don't know what you could ask for your guys to do better. I think the challenge now for this team is going out next week and trying to play with the same type of intensity and the same level of execution.
Well, Jesse, it's easy to look good on the field when you look that